Let's bring in now the chairman of O-Shares ETFs and a CNBC contributor, Kevin O'Leary. Kevin, it's good to see you again. A couple of things to unpack here. The first is this concept of markets being divorced from Main Street. Does Chamath have a point? We're coming off the best week in the stock market since 1974, at the same time when the unemployment data that's coming in is horrendous.
No, he does not have a point. His concept is bankrupt and without merit. Capital markets are never divorced from what's actually happening in companies. That is the nature of what capitalism is. It's volatile, it's nasty, and sometimes you have to get used to it. But what it's trying to do is discount the future. And right now we're starting to see green tips, if you want to call them that. This whole idea of changing the system, it's not broken. Let's not try and fix it. And helicoptering free money to individuals, that's a really, really bad idea. And absolutely, no, I don't agree with that. We want to keep the DNA in businesses alive, so when we're out of this mess, they come back as fast as possible. Enterprise is what America is about. Creating jobs, solving problems, growing businesses, creating more jobs, solving problems, not helicoptering money to people sitting on sofas. What the hell is that? What a bad idea that is. You can only bring that idea up in a time of pandemic, and it's still a bad one.
Wait. You're suggesting that all of the people, whether they work in hotels or restaurants or casinos or other areas of the economy, shouldn't get any money from the government to help them in this period of incredible uncertainty and dislocation?
I didn't say that. I want to give it to them in the context of keeping them employed according to the PPP plan that we're trying to implement. Keep the DNA of the business that employs them intact, not divorce them from the business, not put them on unemployment. Keep the business intact. Give us 90 days. By the way, Scott, we need more than $350 billion. I need another $350 billion, and I only have 51 companies. I've got 51 applications out there trying to keep the businesses intact and everybody employed. That's what I want to do. Not divorce them from the enterprise. That's an incredibly bad idea.
But that's already happened.
Let this business fail. Let that business fail. Let's just not support any of this stuff. These businesses did not see a pandemic coming. I don't agree with him at all.
I don't agree that we should let businesses fail, but businesses are hurting and many are closed, and thus employees by the thousands or millions, in fact, have been laid off. They're without work. The numbers coming out of the Unemployment Benefits Office is horrific.
I like the idea of saying, look, if a business has to suffer through 90 days of zero revenue, and I have some of those on my books, businesses that were doing really, really well in a buoyant economy with really good policy just get stopped like they hit a brick wall because nobody's going to a mall anymore, or nobody's going to a sports event, or nobody's buying anything near a theater. I get all that. But we're going to come out of this one day. I'd rather keep the enterprises that were created that have a long history of success intact. Instead of unemploying these people and fire them, give money to the businesses to let them keep the employees with their health care. Give me 90 days. Just give me 90 days. That's all I'm asking for. And by the way, I'm pushing back on landlords saying, look, I'm going to try and get that PPP into every business I can, get that intact, keep you employed, and you'll be coming back to work, hopefully, in June or July. I don't know any better than that. Either do you.
There are restaurants, though. There are restaurants, though, Kevin. They can't get 90 days worth of funding, perhaps, from the government so that they can avoid laying off thousands of their employees.
Scott, not every company is going to make it, I grant you that. But our economy will come back and absorb them. We will find other enterprises being created right now as a result of what the new normal is going to be. And I don't know what that is. But I don't want to change the culture and the dynamic of capitalism. I don't want to let this opportunity bring in ideas that are foreign to the essence of what makes America great, the small business, which is over half of our economy. Listen, we got to keep those things alive and let the changes occur. I don't know what they're going to be. I don't know what the new normal is. I don't know if restaurants are going to have now 6 feet between diners. I don't know if there's a middle seat on JetBlue anymore. I don't know whether an airplane has to have some kind of hazmat air filtration system. It'll get solved. We'll work it out. But this idea that we're going to give people money, some income for doing nothing, is not the American way, and I'm against it. Let them be part of a business. That's all I'm saying.
I don't understand what you're saying, though, about the doing nothing. They're not doing nothing. They're not doing nothing by choice.
No. What I'm saying is, look, if a business is under stress because it's got zero revenue, fund the company to then pay the employees so the DNA of that business remains intact until we get out of this mess. Does that include a restaurant in New York? Maybe it does, until we find out what a new restaurant looks like afterwards. Maybe it's not densely packed in a basement somewhere. Maybe it's a different experience. Maybe it's a broader expanse. I just want the natural forces of capitalism kept intact. I don't want to say, look, everybody, here's a free check from the government. You're all fired from the company that hired you, from the company that was successful only 9 weeks ago. I don't like that idea at all. I don't like ideas that change the essence of what creates businesses. My strategy here is to keep funding with PPP, and now we have a bigger package for larger companies. Keep that up for at least 3 months. That's all I want. Give me 3 months.